The labour market is under great scrutiny in the UK at the moment. The unemployment rate is a key element of Bank of England policy. Now, today we've published information on the recruitment industry. This survey, which is based on around 400 companies ranging from the biggest recruitment firms to the smallest headhunters, showed that the number of people placed in permanent jobs is surging. It's rising at one of the strongest rates we've seen in the 15-year history of the survey. Now, demand for staff from employers, that's increasing sharply, fueling this growth in the recruitment sector. One of the problems we're seeing, though, is that alongside this growth in demand for staff, that the availability of candidates to fill those jobs is deteriorating markedly. It's the worst picture we're seeing in terms of skill shortages since 2007. Now, the result of that increase in demand for staff and deteriorating staff availability is, of course, that wages are starting to rise. Pay being offered to people taking up these permanent jobs is rising at the fastest rate we've seen since 2007. The return to wage growth is a really important element of the UK recovery. It's been missing so far, and hopefully the upturn in this survey will be followed by an upturn in the official data. Now, the official data are only showing wage growth of around 1% at the moment. That compares with inflation, which is above 2%. So real wages are falling. What we hope to see in 2014 is wages starting to rise in real terms. That will help drive consumer spending further, which will in turn encourage businesses to spend more as well. So a more sustainable recovery. The second key implication of today's data is the impact that this will have on unemployment. Unemployment is falling sharply, much faster than the Bank of England had anticipated. The unemployment rate is down to 7.4% already. When it falls below 7%, the Bank of England said it will consider hiking interest rates. Now, these data suggest that that unemployment rate could breach 7% by early 2014. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the bank will increase interest rates, but it does certainly put policymakers in a dilemma as to how to communicate just when interest rates will start to rise.